Hello there, this is Ajit, and today I am answering a question sent in by Julian, and he asks, how do we grow without going crazy? And that is such a common question that happens all the time, that we as entrepreneurs want to grow our businesses, but there is so much happening that we almost go nuts every single time. When we think about growth, it always is so many options, so many opportunities, so many things that need to happen that you feel like growth is actually taking more energy from you than actually giving you the fuel to keep growing, right? And so what I wanted to discuss was a very simple template that you can use in your business to actually be able to grow structurally, strategically, at the same point of time, something that actually gives you sanity and it does not make you go crazy because you're trying to grow your business. But before I go there, there's absolutely important that you answer these two questions, or kind of ask these questions to yourself before we can get into the structure that will help you grow your business without losing your mind. Okay, so the first thing that you got to ask yourself, the first question that you ask yourself is, what is my goal? And that's the first bit that is so critical, and that sometimes we often kind of go and don't really give enough thought about, right? What happens is we just go and we put a goal out there, but we haven't really thought about it, why we want that goal, what does that goal mean to us, why is it so important to actually go for that goal. So the growth that we try to create comes as a reactive thing of looking at somebody else and going, oh, that person's growing that fast, so I should too, but doesn't really come internally from us to be able to go, that's my goal and that's where I want to go, and here's a reason why I want to go there. The reason why it's so important to have that goal, to know why you want to go where you want to go, is because when you have that direction, when it comes from within, any step that you will take to structure your products or structure your marketing or structure your entire business will actually be aligned to where you want to go, giving you the energy and the positive reinforcement that you need to consistently be able to grow your business and not feel overwhelmed. Because at any time when you feel overwhelmed, you can stop and go, am I really excited about this goal? So the first question I want you to ask before even we get into the structure of how to grow without going all nuts is, what is your goal? Can we put down that goal? Can we go, that's the goal for 3 months and a year, and really internalize it and really own it? Okay. The second thing is what we want to be mindful of and kind of write it down somewhere is, what are those small steps that can help you move fast? All right, it needs to be small steps that will help you move fast. Here is the challenge that we face as entrepreneurs a lot of times, is there are a lot of things that we can do, but there are very few things that we can actually do in a very short span of time. What happens is baby steps or small activities that you can do that will give you fast and high results, help us get the positive momentum forward, allowing you to actually grow very, very strategically without overwhelming yourself. Okay, so two questions that you want to ask yourself. First, what is your goal? And let that not be driven by something that you saw somewhere. Let that be driven by what you want to get to and when you want to get there. Okay, and secondly, identify those things that are small and easy to do but move you fast, or things that you can do fast or can get fast results. Okay, now here is the structure that will absolutely change the game for you when it comes to your business growth. All right, it's the growth grid. Okay, the growth grid is basically when you go and you decide, here are the 3 or 4 channels in my business that I use to get more people into my ecosystem, and here are the 3 or 4 products that I can have to grow my revenue. So imagine this, and let me tell you a little story actually of one of my clients. So let's call her Julie for the case of this video without revealing her real name. So Julie ran a multi-million-dollar business. Still, she runs a multi-million-dollar business, but she was struggling with the same idea that we're talking about. She wanted to grow her business, but it was overwhelming her. It was a stress. Her 4 or 5 people team was extremely stressed, and they were always hustling it out, trying to figure out, how do we really grow this business, right? And as fair as it sounds that, oh, growth will lead to a little bit of stress, it was really taxing on her, leading to her decline. Her business was declining, her excitement about her business was declining, and she wasn't sure if she can actually grow her business, or should she limit her business to the place where it is. Okay, and then we went in and we said, okay, Julie, why don't we go ahead and make a grid for you? okay? And we said, okay, let us figure out what products do you have, right? So we said, okay, our product is, say, let's say there is one product, let's just call it 1, 2, and 3. It's easy, so I don't have to name them. One product, then she had 2 products, then she had 3 products, and then she had one channel like Facebook that she was using to market, then another channel like Google she was using, and then she was trying to use LinkedIn, and then she had thought of using Twitter, and she was going on and on and on. And here is the catch about growth that we often don't understand. Growth happens when you actually focus into one area that will allow you to create momentous growth. So think about it like this. If you, instead of focusing on 8 different channels for getting new people for just 5 different products, or for 5 different products you create 8 channels for you to be able to get the growth, it is overwhelming, because this is like 40 different possibilities for you to be able to drive traffic and increase performance. Whereas if you focus yourself, or if you focus and zoom in into one category, which is basically, let's say you have a business like Julie had. Julie had a business where she knew how to crush on Facebook, and all the other items she was just trying. But what she had really powerful was she had the ability to create many products, because her domain was so good and her experience was over 30 years in the field, right? So what we said is, Julie, what if we zoomed in and we did only Facebook advertising? We eliminated the idea of saying, I need to find out 7 different ways to market my product. I built one channel, but I build a product suite that actually keeps compounding every client that comes into my ecosystem, right? When that happens, one channel actually allows her to not feel the anxiety of figuring out 5 other ways to get people to come on board. All she has to figure out is, what is the next possibility that I can create for my clients? What is the next result of the client that has already got product 2 that I can create that they will get product 3, etc., etc. Now, because of that focus, you could go in and every month or every other month, you could go, okay, let me survey my audience and try to figure out what is the result that they would want and create a product related to that. Easy enough, right? Not overwhelming at all. You're looking at just creating one more product every 2, 3, 5 months, whatever is the stage of your business. And it can work the other way around. Let's say you are going, you know what, I only have one product, that's all I got. Then you put your focus in building channels, right? Instead of trying to figure out what's the second product, the third product, you just say, hey, I have this great product, people love it, my audience loves it, they want to get more of it, they just don't know enough about it. Not all my audience knows enough about it. All right, then let's first focus on Facebook, then let's focus on Google, then let's focus on LinkedIn, let's focus on Twitter, whatever the thing is. But basically having that stable, that focus area of saying, am I going to be focused on building products, or am I going to be focused on building my channels for marketing, gives you the sanity and ability for your team to zoom in and say, what is it that I want to do first? For Julie, the answer was to create more products. She knew she was good. She wasn't really good at understanding different marketing channels. She understood one marketing channel really well, and the rest, she just wanted to help those people even more. What happened was, of course, dramatic. She had no anxiety after that. It was much easier for her to grow her business. She grew her business by 50% that year. And that is how easy it becomes once you really focus in and zoom in and say, what is the priority? What is it that I'm going to focus on? And that will help you grow your business without losing your mind. Don't you love the growth grid? Isn't it so easy to implement in our business, right? So go ahead and implement the growth grid and ask me any questions that you may have as a follow-up. I personally reply to all the comments that are posted on my videos, so I'm going to look forward to your comments and I'm going to reply to them as you post them. Also, I'm sure a lot of these trainings are being really useful to your business. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel so we can send you notification when the next video is ready, when the next training is ready for you. Thank you. I'm looking forward to answering your questions.